tutandikira Uganda independence 59 twafunya amefuga
defying the president chichamu nnyo.
Okay.
Anybody who tries to defy the president hiding behind the law should be fought.
Okay.
It is another way of humiliating Museveni and incapacitating him. If the president donates money to you, you should get it. If the president now calls people who are supposed to benefit from his donations, nakubuuza one, if Sudir or another businessman calls you and Museveni calls you, where do you go first?
So businessman.
Yes. Kubanga Museveni yega nerweso tajja kuziku.
Kituufu.
Era nabantu bagamba mbuba beko lunana ngolubba kwana.
Basuuziza.
Kubanga it seems to be a battle with me. It was a battle of Museveni and you. Kakati bote bakimanyi. Nti Museveni provokes you into battle. Nga kino kinabagamba. Nti Museveni has 5 years. He has reformed the parliament.
Yes.
Has reformed the army. All the senior army officers have retired. The only remaining institution that is causing him trouble is the police.
The police.
For 2 reasons. One, the police does not have a court martial. The police has a disciplinary committee. Killers go with it.
Yes.
2, they are sitting on the time bomb. Museveni is watching them.
The police.
Museveni will excite the police by arraigning those who are eating the police money. Musako. Goloza achera bidde.
Achimanyi.
Ocho kulaba ngabo uchola bali kabangali badduka aba police bazina. Agoma ulu yagaleka wo nchacha ye. Olaba aba police bwe bazina amazina nga ensambya yakavuddewo. Why don't ne musinkana akakiko ka parliament ne mutakabulira tuli kuyaka.
Abakulu batwala police banayisendeza sako ya police
ensonga baba yina ye Museveni yayina enchacha eyo nchacha ojja kulaba ekizira simanyi bakiyitani kiri kabangalinga endulu police nga bakumba mu kibuga Museveni akaluka police ali kukumba kakukumbe nga bagayodde ebizimbe byabwe babitunde omukulembeze anola mu buyize the sort of matters nazimalawo
yerekerayo
what will make him new.
Okay.
Kakati era kyova obalaba. Many people baba humiliating and basigala mu government. Why? They have skeletons in their cupboards.
Okay.
Aganti wakiri kankangingowana kuba bwenvaawo bayinza okuba omutamiivu yenna kasalemera mu toilet aba yeefukidde.
Kadem.
Omutamiivu kasalemera mu toilet aba yeefukidde. Alinda wakali. Ate psychologically bwe lwaki olowooza nti omuntu akutunula ku mpale gyewafuseemu. Whatever Mutami Valemede Muchirabo Yefkid. Kakati all of these people have been humiliated. What I call the same virus. Ndibakugamba wabuyana. Wabentezama wako kati kumaoba kuvunana okubba amasasi. Tayinza kuvaawo. Step put. Yes, ayina skeletons.
Okay.
Wavaawo bamwanika kakati atezi banyamba. Sine kye nabbayo.
Okay.
Yes.
Wewe mzee tamja tutandike n'okuba nti Uganda yafunya amefuga.
Kanti nkugambye
59 years.
Amefuga.
President Museveni yatugambye tuli tusobola okwebeza okabya self sustaining.
Andi kankubuulire.
Twalwanisa enzige, twanisiza amataba, twanisiza okubuuka kw'ettaka.
Zo zaali enzige.
Era tuwaddeyo.
Enzige zaali nnyingi as exaggerated.
Obuuza
enzige zimanyiddwa. Ziva mu ssaza lya mu desert ne ziyingira Eritrea. Asimuwakanya nkugamba zaali exaggerated. Era nakati zikyajja ng'ensindi enzige zirina luutu yazo.
Yagambye
naye baakwata ttiimu y'abantu 6 ogende e Kenya bazuule oba za black oba za kyenvu ne bakugamba nti tulina kampuni y'ennyonyi yasigala etubanja millions za dollars sente ne bazirya kakati yabatunuulya tebamanyi nti abo bonna bajja bayoola kasateekawo probe ya corruption nabe wamwe bakwegana yazirya nani
kituufu
nabe wamwe
birabona yabyogedde kubanga tubadde mu lockdown 2 years tukole ebintu nga tubikola nga Uganda
about one of the reasons why Ugandans can survive a government is on name is one, they're in the private sector. Nabaga nti Ugandans every the end of month or week it does not change. Omwenge bagunywa every day. Kati gwe president ono zatabala. Bala yazigala. Bwaba bala yazigala loole zemulaba ez'omwenge eza Naire Blue wali ziragawo oba eza beero.
Era zigenda mu mabala.
Baguyiwa mu nnyanja.
Baguyiwa.
walabyeko nga ababbeeru baliikira eringa oba banaire breweries nti we are gesturing law series.
basigala bakola era business zino
era nti ne bagamba ti abatamiivu ekibabeeza mu bbaala si kampani si ki abakazi babatabula ewaka
tasobola kunywera waka
tu abatamiivu bawemula bakuba buwala babbaala ku bubina kati anaawemula baana be
ayina kubina mu bbaala kyekibabeeza kyebula kuwonere
kakati nkugamba for me we attain the independence before attaining the independence.
Are we independent?
That's why.
That's why. Are we independent as Ugandans?
That's why we don't have independence heroes. Once you calculate from 1962, you will not get any independent hero. The work had already been done by Kabalega, Mwanga, and Mutesa the first. The type of colonialists we got had been humiliated by Mwanga and Kabalega.
Kabalega, Mwanga, and Mutesa.
Yes.
But we want to celebrate independence.
Where did Antibamani? We had already achieved independence. This one was mandatory after Second World War. No, abazungu bwe bati bwebakikola. You're telling me, when Sahara Johnston was coming to Uganda, he came as a commissioner, British High Commissioner to Uganda, which means we are independent. They only came tactfully in 1909, 1907, when the governor became, when the High Commissioner became governor.
Governor, okay.
Where was it negotiated? Which bakola Uganda budget market to never Kenya. We are not a secular state. Did we fight for to get the baptism of fire independence? Mozambique, South Africa, Kenya Chipande, Maumau, Baba Jaketa Kaliab. The Bazungu still were land. We ended up fighting nobody. We were kept as a garden for cotton production. This is why in 1928, Governor Crawford reformed cotton production by fixing Rusulu and Invujo. And that's why the president of Uganda yali reform kutaka nga Crawford. Crawford yagamba, nobody shall be evicted from his kibanja unless without the governor's consent. As a result, cotton production increased tenfold. Kwebo soka yali alinyenga wanagudde Crawford olwokuba they are concerned ballot cotton production. This goes up palm, but here's a Bible. For us, we are kept as a garden for production. But because they knew, by the time Mugundi were Giron, look at Abayagabam Gobe Misenda, Benuvenja, marijuana smokers. Look at the survive with the bullet. Ngakaka Mwanga at Keko Omukono.
Okay.
Yes. We, because of the nature, Tiba Kabalega was arrested with Mwanga by two generals, Kapungulu and Andrew Rwanda. Why did the British read the arrest of these people? They are feared. But every Uganda was heavily armed. That's why the British brought to the gun tax to disarm us.
To disarm, okay.
Yeah. Look at the agenda of Kogera Mwanga. I'm saying is in the gun, Vaso States will show Ganyazi Mujeke and same Fujiris. Every member of the Rukiko had a gun. And look at the body of the assassin. A celebrated fighter, look at the wrote a book with the Diomande to guide the colonialism. One body of Mutideo.
Mr. Tamale, what you're trying to say, abakulu b'okonyeko, Mwanga, Mutesa, Kabalega, bakola kinene nnyo kuba tuwatenga independence. Ne waki emikolo gikolebwaka nga guno gwabadde ko.
Andi nkugambye
tibali kalaga nti they appreciated.
The independence we got was from era bakugamba. There was a man called the Pascal Rosoba, was the president of Central Africa. Went to France and addressed university students. And he praised Hitler, that without Hitler, we wouldn't have been liberated, but he forgot that the French had been occupied by Hitler. But we got independence because of Hitler, although he hated the blacks. But we got independence. Why? As Britain was being defeated by Germany, Churchill asked for military help from USA. Okay. And Roosevelt told him, come to UK and to America. Churchill said, no, we were once a colony. Give us some respect. So they met in the international waters. And the American president told the Churchill, The moment the war is over, give your colonies independence to access the Marshall Plan. So we liberated us. But when a country is lacking heroes, they create heroes.
They create heroes.
Kenya, Baga Bugundi Yabula, Geno China, they began Ethiopia, they began an Ethiopian farm, the man told them, it is raining, I want to go to farm, my farm in Ethiopia. I'm not a Kenyan. So when a country lacks heroes, they create one.
Okay.
We don't have the independent heroes. I'm helping you to write this history.
Yes.
The independent heroes, Mwanga,
Kabalega, and Mutesa.
And do you know why? Why were they not executed? In many cases, the Europeans used to execute the ring leaders. They feared to execute Mwanga and Kabalega. The British would not have stayed here for 2 days.
Okay.
In 1889, Mwanga and Kabalega were flogo marched through Kampala. Humiliated. They were batta. Singa babata erena kugamba nti n'abajuliza abo bemulaba Uganda matters. And not Baganda. The Baganda have a process. Abantu bebagenda ngokuwamba abakazi naki. Kati abaana abo buta abakazi bebaze nabo. We call them envuma. Envuma ye mwana atazalibwa waka. Kati baba twalanga mbakazi baabwe. Baba process bakaddulu baali. Bugundi katwalayo. Mulumbeke bamanyi. This is why most of the Baganda Kenyan leaders are not Baganda. Baganda matters are not Baganda. Matia Mulumba was a Musoga. Karoli Wanga could be a Tanzanian.
Are you sure?
Yes. If Mwanga killed the Baganda, they would have been killed himself. But Mutsabaganda Tabatwalanga, Ibakwitanga, Abasige Murubiri. You train somebody in Uganda culture when it comes to the killers, Kabaka Abataba. Singamanga Yatabaganda Yadisuzeo. Hey.
Mzee Tamale, history go to what do you know? Emikolo kibaji kuziwana ngiba ngo gabadde kololo. Omukolo kajjafuga ja NRA. Let's talk about the NRA.
You don't have. Do you think that the Maumaus, the survivors of the Maumaus, do you think those who fought on Ruwero, if there is a Ruwero day? But that's your problem. Nti obota hadi heroes day, so kana hero muntu. Na edita ba Major Mugwisa, ba Neighbor Samuel Mugwisa ban. These ones have also created their heroes.
Okay.
Where do you find a medal? Unless it is a metallic item. Everybody who sat in the parliament from 1960 to here must get a medal. A medal is followed up by a citation. These are metallic items. You cannot take one.
Okay.
The way the bank put it about Wusimudari. You can PhD. In the body black Avera University. Because to go to university, you must introduce things. Direct recruitment into that principles bid. 2, mature entry. You have it told it or P7.
Well, Mzee Tamale.
Kakati mwembakam. Ntina bano bantia. Kakati weni even if you bring in babas. Kati what will you do to this history? This is a Nyankoli book of mine. This is ebisuma byambabazi na Dr. Kiza Besige. Ebisuba
obulimba.
Kati wekali. This book is around. So let Mbabazi come up. Because they have failed to allow others.
Okuvayo. As ngatuja kutopike Mzee Tamale.
We need new people.
Mzee Tamale before. So ngene katono nnyo. Ngatumaliza ekintu kya system okuba tu sustain independence. Chabade mu Dubai Expo.
Andi nkubulidde nti bote babala gwanga lyabwe. Twembala
sasa. Twala kutunda gwanga. Ngano kituogerera.
Nimu abadde na matagaloto.
There
are many ways of cutting a cat, skinning a cat. There is a group in the government that wanted to embarrass Museveni that is not in charge.
But what deliberately?
I help these people. Because once a country has a paradigm, a constitution, you must respect the institutions. This is all Ugandans must understand National Development Plan, my initiative. Because where do the ministers of finance get what they do?
We want to implement the before. Who plans for this country?
Yes. Until you get what Gobuza Abana, National Planning Authority. Yes. At one time, I attended a meeting when I was still in the State House. And Me, I hate meetings because you hear the same stupid ideas rotating. Everybody wants to start.
Stupid ideas.
We cannot merge Museveni's manifesto into the planning authority. Said, he stood up and asked him, did you do literature at all level? Said, how relevant is it? Said, any good teacher of literature must teach those books, literature books, that on the syllabus.
Okay.
Museveni went and told the voters that I will do this. Can he go back and tell the same voters?
The same voters.
I have failed because National Planning Authority refused to incorporate my manifesto. Ngani mu America, tuine chetuita transformation moments. Transformation moments, it means that a candidate in America can offer things that are at variance with the Constitution.
Okay.
When he is voted, he does these things without amending the Constitution. This is what we call a transformation moment. That the Constitution can be amended without amending it.
Okay.
Kakati, gwe, ono, bano baminisita ba finance, bayinza bino tebabimanyi. Hapana. Kubanga bijja bagana okubba. When you are planning if a country, who are the planners of the country? The National Planning Authority.
Yeah.
When it is a communist state, the Politburo.
Okay.
The Politburo sits and writes the 5-year plan. Then the Politburo, you can, in communist systems, you can fight the methodology but not the idea. Kakati mu Uganda, who formulates policies?
Who formulates policies?
Yes. Who? Give the National Planning Authority. How much money do they give them? Deliberately, the Minister of Finance kills the National Planning Authority. Deliberately.
Yes,
Planning Authority, as a planning and assigned, how can I hear? The building was not planned by company structural engineers. Okay. What about government policies originated from National Planning Authority? No ono bundi ono bahati n'obukooti bwe n'olaba kasayija akaddiye zamani. Where do you get ideas?
We don't know.
Yes. Kakati paradigm ensi kasitema okufuna constitution ebyekivandiro biba ekyokubiri. Let me teach you today.
Yes.
Kamba somese mbaje mupiwa numbatuuse mu university. Mukole political science.
Yes.
Where do you get successors in the democracy? The first family, if well organized, can flaunt success. Because history has shown that once a hostile regime comes, the members of the former first family are persecuted.
But they were suffering.
They were suffering. So they must have a stake where it is possible. Because we have two scenarios. We have where a president is in charge of choosing, influencing his success. And where we don't. In my opinion, Museveni, the country is under his grip. He's in the position to influence. Even Obasanjo, when Obasanjo failed to get a third term, because he did not trust Atiku, he brought a Sikire. He went and brought a Sikire. Okay. Yaladua. Because this is what is happening in Kenya. Uhuru doesn't trust. If you say that Ruto is a thief and you have money, you are wealthy, whose property will he take it first? Okay. That's one. Two, a party like a Chama cha Mapinduzi can produce a success. But that one means a party. Okay. Nti oyavudde party. Like a Chama cha Mapinduzi.
Can NRM do it here?
Tesobola.
Why?
They have
the mass party. But they will 35 years. Mass party cannot do that.
Kakati, a president can get his former adversaries like a Bessie and the Mbabas. But this one is also zero. Why? Experience has shown that those leaders who have made mistakes by choosing their former adversaries have paid heavily. Mwanawasa turned against Chiruba. But Mwanawasa had fallen out with Chiruba because of stinking corruption. And Mwanawasa, Chiruba was misinformed by doctors in Zambia that this man is going to die in 2 years. So he calculated. This man will die in 2 years. Forgetting that the doctors based their Mwanawasa's life. If he was treating himself, he was a lawyer. When he made him president, the state, he became a property of the state. Therefore, the state could not allow the president to die because of when it is available. The man who was supposed to die in 2 years died in 7 years. Kati, to cover his expensive health bills, he carried out an anti-corruption crusade. Ngabantu tebatunulya sente zimujjanjaba.
Ngabatunulya kinene kyakola.
Dos Santos is chairman of the ruling party. Is in exile. Immediately, because people want to be their own people. The man cannot forget, like these people who think that they can forget in 8 years what they did to me, the harassment, the sabotage, the whole. I've suffered for 8 years. President Mudi speaking and yet we tank up. Nalaba commando guaina. Nalinka kutinga sengi kaso mutu. Akade nkugamba. Yeah. Ntex Moi. Moi thought that he would be chairman of the ruling party. He even constructed an airport and Naloko. Ngaloza nti abantu bajja kujanga ewaabwe. Ekisawe kye Naloko kimezemu omuddo. That's why they praise Kibaki. Whoever praises Kibaki. Why? It comes a time when you are invoking nti kakati Mugabe bagala bamuzeekule bamuweki bagala budulu nti Gundi Kapiteni Sankala bamwekizuminga. Yes. Lule bamujeeyo Mutesa.
But why?
And it comes a time nga mwagala ensi etunula ne invokinga nti when Kibaki took over yazzawo sente za Kenyatta currency as if the issue was not Kenyatta's currency. No, the issue was demand and supply. Kati bakomyawo wafe ina kyegula. Kati endusi ya Uganda ina kyegula.
Egula kiwane.
Tekireza ne bakomyawo sente zirika ekifaananyi kya Mutesa. Nebateka kumwango bakabalega. The money. Kakati nkubulira ne gamba. Ekyokubiri nti balemeddwa tugivuwe.
Tamale, what says of Yogano? Bundi Yavude Kanukiza Basin affronting People's Front for Transition. Yalonchins.
Chiza basic Museveni cannot give. And to another important factor. Decisions, you make a decision depending on the past and the future.
The future.
Museveni has known. I've told you, Dos Santos is not there. But his successor is harassing him.
Okay.
Kibaki, this Moi was accorded an honorable value because we are later moving the Yali. Kakati kitegeza besije mbaba zani bamala biseera.
Besti yako yone mbere gama front ready card the time out twetase twerwaneko.
Kigwa lero tichagwa the pub you cannot feed the public with rice. Mwabe Masaka mwesimye nnyo mugenda kumulabanga adduka ye yaddukira mu Gomez. Kati besije talaba mwezi abantu ne basibuluko. Yes. You cannot play politics on a good short-term strategy.
But people have
slogans. Ngenda kujjawo emisolo naye abakozi ba gavumenti basasule sente nnyingi. Ngozi kama mataba.
But people have slogans. Ne bana baka abali yupi abadanga bagamba
sajja agenda. Omusajja mutunuulize najja bamulisa tabamulisiza pulani B.
Ibabula ba ayamuli.
Deny you money. Timujja kubatiya gal. Kati bakandiko beta kuno waiso yeta kuno beta kuno nyuma tibayina ya dechi.
Pulani B ya
security. Bwe bataku bantu. Museveni ata sente wapi ono mwana yabakuba pulani B.
Yali pulani B ko stavinga.
Tear gas is akadi. Bayiwa mu engatu zabakubanga tear gas n'ebintu byabo. Kati babitumulako ku machani bakaba amazige. That's ba uyo mwana yasoma political science. Oyo Bobi Wine ayi n'omuntu gwatubula naye nze namutunuulira bagende wa president ne bamugamba nti your son has crossed the red line. He supports Bobi Wine. Museveni yabaga nti uyu mugezi nnyo tasupporta. I help you to inflate Bobi Wine mumukube. Mugamuga nti munafu. Omuyembe omiki bwe bamuvuma kana kabala kagundi kana chiwala chini tetofeke pa bobo kulune bwewanika omukazi agenda omwana ngagenda kufumbirwa musajja ne bwo muganti balogo agananka ngendoge alina bagamba nti Bobi Wine fit in the international politics nembaga nti look at Mafuguli pombe kitegeezaji mwengi
bwechiri
nembaga nti Mafuguli was underestimated but has become more popular than except Nyerere bonna badwafinga era nabaga will get a second chance bayinza kubanga batamutte how can the president die from COVID ngo wawa you tell me one all of the resources you a state your president yagenda okugula ekitanda nga yakajja taddangayo you become an asset of the state which vako n'ogwa that's why engalo ye yeraliikiriza abantu you are an asset of the state. How could one asset of the state die COVID?
Mzee Tamale, 2026, are we seeing Bobi Wine still strong?
Bobi Wine, amagezi kalibwegati. Museveni has 5 years.
Yes.
And they can solve all the issues. Kampala is peaceful wabona abantu bakola byabo. Kakati gwe nabagambye nti Sheikh Museveni ngencha yidi ali ku kiso kya wagala nene capability azigalidde mu kikomera abali awo ngalabe ngamira etomera akatandalo ebangezo be bansibu
engamira
aina kapa ozitegedde bbiri eziri mu nazo bazigalidde ezitasolwa ku yidi nera labe ngamira etomera akatandalo I said I compared the investigate with Madman akatapa kange mwekaliyo nti if a madman wielding a punk enters a market at a market day and he finds the situation peaceful and he creates a stampede, people step together on each other, causing a death, do you blame the market master? Market master, you did not close the gates.
No,
the gates have been opened, but the peace prevailed until the lunatic entered. What do? All of the sellers and the buyers must help with the master,
the market man,
to apprehend the cream, to move back, to come the camera. Abalalu, Tomanyiti Abalalu Bebakumo Butari. Every market has a mad man. Ayonona, Baba Mubad, the Darunimuguam. Kakati Kampala is beautiful. If the angel of death invades the Kampala, Museveni will just look him
of death.
And he's worried. Kampala is peaceful. Your strategy. Eyaba security okuwa besije center jata bangulete kola kubanga buli muntu yenna ajagamba Museveni nti a madman wuyaze
we ulizango yogera security yo besije center okuja
kubanga nkubuulira nti nga mubadde bagezi uyo mwana ye mugezi. First of all, politics alinga lubuto olubuto kasalumala okuyingira mu mukyala ne bw'omuwasanga lwa lunaku lumu omwana atakufaana many women bafumbirwa mu bufumbo ng'omwana weebi akavubuka yakaluzaako ng'agenda okufumbirwa kakati najja n'olubuto lwenu kakati this man why should this man Bobi Wine who has good advice antagonize Museveni? He has seen nga bakubye abanuupu babatutte abadde alwana yekka basically in hiding. Two basically denied himself a right in the future. Yaliza raidingira kwani kwa muliyati abanja ki besi yobanja ki mukalute walimu wera yizaako nti gwe president wa Uganda ate amaje agoyina okufuka ne gakutwala emisini president yagenda eyo mwacholi namugase president entezo ze watuwa enteza feze batuwa nti ziza utwazeka mu famu ngandala kakati president nandi kale omulala aziyitemu ente zatwala gwe bayita omulala emisini Museveni yali tamanyi nti bano bamulimba
yategeka bamulimba
how can cows chase away their mulala?
Yes,
the money was chased away by the same cows because they had a plan of collecting the cows and put them somewhere. When a minister yakwate nanasi ezengedde nagenda atwala ng'ategedde nti Museveni yalaga mu luweero nakwata tractor nazisimba nga zengedde nagaba muwe ssente ayina ennimiro nnene goloza yabatabitegeera
mu Uganda wano
kakati nkugamba nobody, no sensible person can provoke Museveni now. You can provoke Museveni in 2025.
Is that why Bobi Wine
yes, ye mugezi. Anti ye kibiina kya kiina. From zero aina bakankaaga. Bwe wafunye problem mu kibiina kye, bategeeraganye n'ono omusajja. Who is behind this? Violence yamuvaamu. Baali bamukuba tiyagasi nga Besigye ali wuwe asidisi. Kakati alowooza ate Besigye n'akola mistake. How can a failure lead you? Okay, in other countries, tulabye bagundi we Zambia yakavuganya emirundi 5, Raila Odinga ali kugundi, good. But here, bali bagundi sibe bali tebakola naawe. Tikakati mu Kampala president bwe yagambye company eteeka amatala mu Kampala nga yegenda kulangako bulanzi. Eyiye bagiganye.
Egenda kulira obwerere.
Ne baleeta company endala nga executive ya Kampala yagalako billion yaga. Atano. Defying the president atugambe tubakube. Era kati Besigye kigenda mukola. Buli muntu yenna ayina akatale ke working places because he targets working places. Katubeere n'enkoni.
Amuzitamu to inciting a violence.
No, ate violence. He is going to disturb us. Museveni will just lock him up. Nkugambi. Yes, kubanga abantu ba Uganda bo tebafa ku government. Tebagambe ebintu bibiri. When you want to analyze, look at 2 issues. One, if we carry out a research and we go to prisons, can you find many Muslim women who have powered the acid to their co-wives?
No.
Bakule bakimanyi. Timva mu namba ki. I strongly doubt oba omwana nga ayinza okukola violence.
Kumujjawo. Kimanyi kuba kimanyi taata.
Christians be babiine.
Yes.
Kakati nti namba lokolo bawulira nti atono yazadde eno yakoze atya. Kakati dabakino.
Ati muveeko.
Dabakino. Anti kinta wanyi. Naye bwe kyenja okukola bwe. Ojja kumbulira. Kakati ate nabigamba bino ebisajja nja kuweereza virus mu kutu. Ojja kumbulira kuba kati kiina bwe kirabira. They want to disable him. Kakati nkugamba. In monarchical societies, the people cannot hate a leader. The question is not longevity. Who tells the Kabaka to resign?
No one.
The question is service delivery. As long as Museveni delivers, never mwanda mayinzi.
What is the delivery?
$400 million. Zeyatwala muleya. Ono mukazi kitutu ya zibba. With how accomplishes. Bwendi kikuba mukazi gwene nkukubanga ogabana million ya president nagenda nasindika group ng'emiti gyonna mifu amasanyalaze gagundi abasajja Museveni n'abagamba are these idiots still breathing Ugandan air gundi akulonagano bakwata nja kuba akatambika kitutu aliyingira Kenya anti mugiso aliyingira Kenya aligenda wawetangula gyalisula $400 million kakati nalabye nankabirwa talking rubbish. Amasanyalaze. Rare was created purposely to spray masanyalaze. And Museveni steward a loan of $400 million. Taking back Rare, Nebadi Omupuka Yinginia Lutwama, Never planning Gumutta. I heard a put Lutwama, Nemutuale one, a very foot tattoo, a Matoka Yamuka and a food and a buffer. I don't have an end of Madame. Lutwama Kufuna Kumirim. A foot tattoo. Yes.
Yagambi mwabavude kuba nimwogera we muto mulikolera regime
no, even if I'm working for the regime, these are political dynamics. No sensible person can engage with Museveni now. Museveni is in a very strong position now. He can afford to sucker anybody. Omukulembeze nga mmwe bamulinda ng'ebula emyezi 6 n'aleeta obukulu. Ministers were resigning en masse. There was an exodus from Kanu to other parties. But when you had calculated, that's why Raila said Kibaki Tosha, he was even away, was involved in an accident. Everybody is going to Kikuyu land, the Kikuyu Tycoonist Foundation. Everybody has known without them. But we have in Uganda the largest tribe that is more interested in clapping and cheering leaders, but they cannot sponsor their own candidate. You only end up undermining their own candidate. And once in the politics, if you cannot be a good hunter to hunt for your own meat, you must become a singer, a rapper, and an expert in saucepan cleaning. This is what they are doing. This largest tribe. Where do you find in Africa? In Africa, politics rotates around ethnicity. But you find the largest trade. You see the Kikuyus. Everybody is going to the Kikuyus. Everybody is going to the Kikuyu Foundation. They hold the key.
Politics of identity. Museveni yes, Africa.
Nti politics we Kenya aliko tribal kingpins wano abantu bano bagala kwekulira emirimu gyabwe. In fact ekyakubya Museveni nabawulidde bagamba but Nopo does not want cannot support Muhoozi. If you say that a witch doctor cannot support a cardinal then he's working. Why should a cardinal expect support from which doctor? Tekisoboka. Kakati atenga yoli agamba mbuye basobola ekitegeeza gwe molo. But what type of brain do these people carry in their skulls? Would you expect the opposition to support him?
No.
Muhoozi is not a citizen of Uganda. Let us look at the interpretation of the Constitution. All Ugandans fled in exile, prominent ones. This is transferred from America. The Constitution, if you have judges, proper judges, they can see what was the intention. The intention, this in America is a country of migrants. That's why you say that must be born on the American soil, and they know. The Kissinger, Andrew Young, on Gundi Azanya films, Schwarzenegger, you were not born in America, therefore they cannot. But if all of us fled in exile, was the intention of this you are talking about? And what if it is it an entrenching provision or not? Kakati ebyo
achogera mu kitabo kye
tetunagana anti kyenkubulira what was the intention all of us even those who had come from exile. Are you going to disqualify even Uganda? What was the intention? We look what the intention of the Constitution.
What was the intention?
Yes, foreigners.
Not
when you look at our
Ugandans?
Constitution, that they took away powers from the presidents. Because they were not a political scientists. Kanyamba was not a political scientist. Kanyamba is an admiral of American system. The question of vetting, abawunya bonna abawunya basooka ne bagoba awunya abanukanga amalwa toilet basooka ne bamugoba n'akomawo. Waliwo omulamuzi alina ruling nti vetting in Uganda must stop on academic papers. Was it the intention of the framers? Bakuba bwobulaba ntya ate na history yaabwe nti abantu tebalimbibwa olina ke weekoledde londa Museveni ate okomawo ky'omuvuganya. You have committed yourself unless you say that the Museveni I was talking about to you the other day has changed to zero term limits. You cannot reinstate term limits under the same Museveni. Because there were term limits, you said no. Then when you bring term limits, you must explain that we changed the term limits because we wanted to accord this man unlimited time because of the background and his role in the liberation of the country. Now that he is retiring, we are not sure that even the other wound and the future presidents should enjoy the same. Nete mukera kumacha aziyifu kyaliwo luline mwogeraki ngambe bajjire ngengalabi zidduka kubanga boga lowoleza mugumu
kalugeneko mukumu
babazi yagamba. You see, good leaders are very rare. They are rare species. They are not easy to get. That's why I support tomorrow you come and support the same man you praise who will believe in you, gentlemen.